Right now, I have an unknown chemical that I need to know its identity. I know you might be wondering, how am I going to do that? Well, there's this instrument known as a mass spectrometer that helped me achieve this goal.
Let's begin with a question. Why do we know more today than we knew yesterday? Why did we know more yesterday than we did a year ago or a generation ago? We know more now than previously because scientists have been actively and vigorously engaged in fundamental research.
And one perfect example of this scientific progress is the invention and development of the mass spectrometer, a tool that is widely used today and has changed how we understand atoms, molecules, and even matter itself. Fully appreciate its value, it is necessary to understand its history. It was built in 1912 by J.J. Thomson while studying the isotopes of neon. Building on Thomson's work, Arthur Jeffrey Dempster and Francis W. Aston made significant progress that increased its precision. Their significant contributions helped shape the mass spectrometer we rely on today. Going back to our chemical, here's how a mass spectrometer will be used to identify the chemical's composition. Let's break it down step by step. Before a sample can be analyzed, it must be turned into gas or vapor, because the mass spectrometer works best with ionized particles in the gas phase. For solids, the samples can be heated gently in a vacuum chamber until it sublimates. For liquids, the sample can be directly injected into the heated chamber where it evaporates. For gases, no evaporation is needed and they can be introduced directly. Next, the sample in its gaseous form is ionized using a stream of high-energy electrons that collide with particles to knock off one or more electrons, creating positive ions. Most of the ions carry a +1 charge, and this simplifies how the mass spectrometer analyzes them. These new ions can then be accelerated, passing through a series of slits with increasing electric potential. This ensures that they all have the same kinetic energy, no matter how massive they are. Next, ions pass through a magnetic field where they get sorted out in this order. Lighter ions deflect more, heavier ions reflect less, ions with a higher charge are deflected more than those with a +1 charge. And finally, the ions reach the detector. Here, their presence is recorded as an electric current, proportional to the number of ions hitting the sensor. By adjusting the magnetic field, the mass spectrometer can bring different ions to the detector, allowing us to build a complete spectrum. The spectrum is shown as a stick diagram, and it reveals the mass to charge ratio of each ion. Peaks in the diagram correspond to different isotopes. With this spectrum, we can be able to identify the unknown chemical with amazing precisions. And that's the power of the mass spectrometer, an instrument that acts as a symbol of scientific progress in the modern age. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are the best in the West.